I got a puppy because they keep messing with my tripod, so I caught the puppy. Hi guys, so a few weeks ago now, I'm pretty sure, Lana Del Rey dropped her very first published poetry collection, novel, book. I'm not exactly sure what you would call like a collection of poetry, but it is called Violet Bent Backwards Over the Grass, and it's got this very beautiful orange tree painting on it. I think it's absolutely stunning. And then on the back you have a beautiful portrait of her. And I haven't really had the time to dive into this as much as I would like. This retails for $24.99 US, $33.99 Canadian. However, I did get this on Amazon and I believe it was only $17.99. It is a very small, definitely something that you could probably read within like 2 or 3 hours. The one thing that I love is the paper texture that she chose. It's just something very simple, but I think just the texture, the texturization in the paper, it's very smooth, very like calming. It definitely helps with the reading experience. I love the variety in the poetry, like how some of them look like they're on like a note paper. Some of them are definitely longer than others. And my friend has read a few to me and they're absolutely stunning. I love this little tray. The photos in here are absolutely beautiful. And there's even some pictures of her in here that I think are stunning. I just love the collection and like how it's portrayed and all the different photos. Sorry for any squeaking, that is my dog. Also, the paper cover, when you take it off, it's the same underneath, which is really nice, so it's not just like a solid color. And I just love, like, this is a nice coffee table book if you guys are interested. It's super small, that it's not going to take up much room. I think it would look great if you aren't necessarily a reader, but you are a fan of Lana Del Rey and you just want to have it. I definitely plan on reading this. I'm sorry I haven't read it yet. I've been having a lot going on, but this isn't a review. This is just an unboxing and sort of like a flip through to decide if this is something that you guys would be interested in. I've always pictured Lana Del Rey's music as a form of poetry and as a form of art, just the way that it's done and the style that she goes for. So I would definitely think that this is something like that I would want from Lana Del Rey, a poetry book, like, obviously. So I'll do a flip through and you guys can get a little bit of a close-up on some of the poetry if you guys want to stop and read it for yourselves, and as well as some of the photographs that are displayed throughout this book. With the novel release, there were some vinyl records that you could pick up as well. I'm not sure exactly what to expect on the vinyl record. I haven't like dove into it as to if it's just music that's supposed to complement the book or if it's actually her reading poetry from the book. If you guys have been around, you'll know that I did get the Norman fucking Rockwell album from Urban Outfitters, and I've come to find that Lana Del Rey's Urban Outfitter collaborations tend to be the most valuable down the road. And I just really love, again, the cover for this. So I really wanted to get the Urban Outfitters pressing because I think it complemented the cover's beauty really, really well. I pre-ordered it and it finally arrived today, which is why this video has been delayed. I don't know if this is still available or not. If it is, it'll be linked in the description as well. This is an Urban Outfitters exclusive, so you're only able to get this from Urban Outfitters. However, if you just want the standard black pressing, you can get that from Amazon and a few other retailers. So I'll link the black pressing down below as well. Look at how pretty! This cover is beautiful. Okay. It says Lana Del Rey read by the author. Okay, so it is just a collection of readings. That's so cool. That's such an experience. And up here it does say Urban Outfitters Limited Blue Vinyl, and it does say Lana Del Rey read by the author. I love that they put that on there for people who may not know that she put out a poetry book. That way they know that this isn't music related. It looks like this is going to be a gatefold, but just so you guys can see the cover and see the sticker now. And then on the back it is pure white, which I actually love that as well. It looks like there's 6 pieces red on side A, and then there's 8 red on side B. And I love that they did that as well, so that way if you want to have like a really nice immersive listening experience, it may be a little tricky on vinyl if these aren't like in order, but you could listen to it and then flip to that in the book. I think that might be what I do to start this off, because I think that that would just be such a cool experience. And I would love to just have Lana Del Rey read to me. I think that that's just a privilege in itself. They're in order in here, and if it's something that you could just flip to. So no, already this is not in order, because Violet Bent Backwards Over the Grass is the very first poem in the novel here, and it is number 3 on the vinyl. So this does not go in order from what I can tell. Let's see, Bare Feet on Linoleum, that's on here. Yes, so Bare Feet on Linoleum is the second poem in the novel, and it is number 8 on side B. But this is also a good thing for people who may not be interested in picking up the book itself and they just want to hear some pieces from it, that they could just put this on and listen to it. Let's go ahead and see what this is all about. My vinyl did get bent, by the way. I noticed that like in the post box, but it's fine. Ooh, that's nice. Interesting. So you just have like the open sky and then some of the oranges. Similar to on the front, how you can see the blue in the background. So that's what the gatefold is. The one gatefold is shut, so there's nothing on the inside. And then the other gatefold, we have this. So it's white with the oranges. I really like that. I do appreciate that they didn't put the oranges on the back of this though. I don't know why, but I prefer this way. So this is what the inner sleeve looks like. You have some of the oranges. It looks like here's a little cut and paste of the leaves with some of the sky. I like that a lot. And I don't know, can you guys see the vinyl? I can't yet. We're gonna see if it matches the blue. Trying to take it out without getting my nails on it. Oh, it is stuck in here. We're gonna have to take it all the way out. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to do this so careful. Okay. Had to take that all the way out. Beautiful. This is such a nice blue pressing. This is stunning. I have a lot of like blue and teal and like minty sort of pressings and color variants. I don't think I have a blue like this. Okay, so it's a little bit of a different blue. This one's definitely more vibrant than this. This is more of like a periwinkle, like a baby blue. And then this is a lot more vibrant, so you guys can see them side by side. It's not exactly the same, but it's so hard to press like color variants. I know it's a headache. So I think they did a really good job. I think like a green would have been cool, or obviously an orange would have been really nice because then it would have looked like an orange. Maybe these are clementines, maybe these are peaches. I have no freaking idea. That is what the vinyl looks like, and I'm honestly super impressed with it. So there is an audiobook. It's 40 minutes, so that has to be the entirety of this, and it's $7.99 on iTunes. So they must have just pressed like her favorite poems or the best readings onto the vinyl.
Your blue steel trains run through the tunnels of your cool blue steel eyes.
She's so seductive.
Everything's burnt here. There's no whatever this
The little
feeling is.
chords. I love the way she recorded her vocals for the audiobook, kind of adding to the vibe and just the emotion that I see within the pages. Again, kind of talking about like the page texture, and she chose this typewriter font. I think it's very like era-esque, the way that she's reading it as well. So like the little like trumpets and stuff that are going off, just very subtly, very minimally in the background. It really sets like a scene. Yeah, I think if you guys are definitely a Lana Del Rey fan, obviously you're going to support and you're going to pick these up, very similar to me. I do love a good simple read. I love poetry, and I feel like I want to get into her mind a little bit, and I think through the poetry is definitely the way to do that. Let me know if you guys decided to pick up the vinyl or not, and if you got the Urban Outfitters one, or if you just decided to get the standard black. But again, links to everything will be in the description. If you guys just want to check it out and do some research on your own, you're more than welcome to. I love you guys, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Peace out, Girl Scouts.